when a record number of people tuned in to see last week's Republican debate on Fox News, no doubt they were looking for a Donald Trump sideshow. They got that and more when Trump turned on moderator Megyn Kelly. That sparked a war of words with Fox News, a war Trump seems to have won for now.
His much-talked-about pompadour has been thinning for years, but who knew Donald Trump had such thin skin?
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs.
Rattled by that question from Megyn Kelly, Trump went on the attack.
And honestly, Megyn, if you don't like it...
Apparently, some Fox News viewers didn't like Kelly's question either. Twitter lit up, and after the debate, Trump joined the fray, tweeting, "Wow, Megyn Kelly really bombed tonight. People are going wild on Twitter. Funny to watch." He also complained the Fox moderating trio, especially Kelly, were not very good or professional.
We had anticipated that some of the audience might boo us during the middle of our questions, and we knew that might happen, and that was okay.
Then things got uglier. Trump announced he was boycotting Fox and went on CNN to explain.
I have no respect for her. I don't think she's very good. I think she's highly overrated. She starts asking me all sorts of ridiculous questions, and, you know, you could see there was blood coming out of her eyes. Blood coming out of her wherever.
That was widely interpreted as a blatantly sexist remark, even though Trump denied it.
I was referring to nose, ears. They're very common statements, and only a deviant would think of what people said.
For her part, Megyn Kelly is taking the high road.
I've decided not to respond.
Meanwhile, Kelly's boss, Roger Ailes, folded like a $2 suitcase, begging Trump to rejoin the Fox fold. As Trump tweeted, "Roger Ailes just called. He is a great guy and assures me that Trump will be treated fairly on Fox News. His word is always good." And now word comes, Kelly has announced an unplanned 2-week vacation.
You gotta wonder about that, whether she took herself out of the fray because she was becoming too much of the story. But I really have to say, if I were Megyn Kelly, I would feel that Roger Ailes threw me under the bus. He should have stuck by her, and if Trump didn't want to come on Fox News, you know, too bad. And the other thing is, when Trump was saying that, you know, she's weak, she's unprofessional, she's overrated, she's excellent. And not enough people, I mean, the Fox people included, really jumped back at it and said, that's inaccurate, that's wrong.
It was, you know, it almost hardly seems worth the breath to say that Fox and Roger Ailes acted in a shameful manner. But nevertheless, we kind of have to go through this. Yes, they did. I mean, yeah, I was just absolutely astonished at the way Megyn Kelly was thrown under the bus on this. I thought she conducted herself professionally. She certainly did good TV that night, and that's what it's all about. I guess probably one of the reasons she's going on vacation is that it's hard to have the time that she needs to talk with her agent if she's at work every day. I wouldn't be surprised if she's talking to other possible employers at this point.
Oh, they're not going to let her go.
No
way.
Ticket.
She's one of their biggest draws, and I must say, I look askance at all of this and the notion that there's any kind of war or anyone threw anyone under the bus, because look at everyone's coming out a winner here. Trump, you know, he hurt himself by being a bore and a jackass, but that can't be helped.
So he was being Donald Trump.
So he's just being himself, you know, understandable. But he certainly whipped up his red meat eaters in support of him, as we saw on Twitter. Fox's ratings were historic, so they benefited. Megyn Kelly's market value has never been higher. I don't see where the loser is here. And you know what? She's got young children. It's August. It's vacation time. I saw somewhere they were claiming this was a planned vacation. I think she comes back sitting on the catbird seat.
Yeah, I think that absolutely. Number one, you shouldn't sort of take any meaning from someone disappearing during August, you know? As somebody that writes about the media for the living, I can tell you that you get a lot of out of office messages this time of year.
Although David Gregory did go away and never returned.
Exactly.
That's true. But my point is that I think it's interesting when you contrast this with how Fox's defense mechanism and PR machine sort of spins up when someone like Bill O'Reilly is under attack. There is no one at the network that won't jump in front of him for defense. And the fact that there was no one at Fox that would want to jump in front of this for Megyn Kelly, aside from Megyn Kelly saying, I'm not going to even respond to this because it's so ridiculous, to me seems very telling. Any journalist wants to know that their editors, that their management has their back. In this case, Megyn Kelly has to be pretty sad, but also at the same time probably not surprised, because Fox is about ratings.
Yeah, Fox,
the reason that they want
absolutely.
Trump back is ratings. Megyn Kelly also gets very good ratings. And at the end of the day, I'm going to agree with John. They're going to be just fine.
So I'm going to go back to your original point about why more people didn't come out in support of her. I got some issues with her in general, but she was absolutely on point. She was on her job. She was prepared. She did an excellent job in that debate. Excellent, all through. The end. Right. So I'm sorry. I would like to see some more people understand that however you view Trump, wherever you stand on ratings and all of that, what he said, whether you believe the ultimate or not, was inappropriate and sexist. The end. I'd like to see some more people say that, and I'm actually appalled that they haven't. I'm not just talking about people inside. I think Roger Ailes should have at least said that.
Didn't.
He should have said, listen, this is inappropriate.
Yeah.
You're our guy. Come on. But you know what?
That
Megyn
was revolting and disgusting.
Come on.
Yeah, it was absolutely revolting. By the way, I saw that a tweet from Trump was displayed on the screen in the setup piece, and I just want to call attention that not only did he refer to himself in the third person, but he put it in quotation marks. That's a special level of narcissism, and I think that he really ought to be congratulated for that. I don't think even Wade Boggs never would have done that when he always referred to himself as Wade Boggs is going to go out and get 5 hits today.
Well, apparently, by the way, there were 2 conversations between Ailes and Trump, because originally, they made nice, and then Trump agreed to go on Fox and Friends, which, by the way, they never asked Trump about the dust-up with Kelly, with Megyn Kelly.
That was bizarre.
That says it all right there.
But then he
he
continued to be critical of her and other networks, and then Roger said something like, we could really escalate this. And
it's surprising to me that the other networks are so complicit in this, though. Like Fox, he decides to leave Fox for a short period of time, and then the other networks almost seem to open their arms.
It was Don Lemon.
Don Lemon.
His close.
No, Joe Scarborough did it
That's
too.
right, his close.
He said the same thing there.